Kieran, welcome back. How does it feel to be back?
It's been great. Only been in Scotland a few days with the pre-season stuff and that, but feel part of the squad already and settled in well.
What's changed and what's the feel or a lot similar coming back in?
There's some stuff that's the exact same. It feels like you've never been away, but even when you got up to Lennoxtown, the training grounds came on massively. It's a great place to be, but it's still a lot of the same people, a lot of new players for me to get used to as well, but it's been great.
Have you changed in any way in terms of growing as a person and as a player?
Probably. I've been lived away for 6 years, so I would have changed. I've grew up as a player, matured as a person as well, so yeah, there'll be changes.
In terms of your outlook now, what is your targets personally and for Celtic as a team?
Personal and the collective one for me is just the same. It's just to keep Celtic successful as possible, maintain our place at the top, and I think that's the objective.
Do you see your role different in any way now? Now you've had that maturity of being away and experiencing something different.
I'll probably take on more of a experienced player role, as in now when I left I was 21, 22, and now I come back 28 years old with a lot more experience than I had, so there's the younger boys in the team and that I can help along the way if I can.
There's a perception about you and your fitness. I mean, you look at your record, I think you've averaged at least 35 games a season since you've been away, but is there anything that you feel you have to prove to yourself or prove to anyone else with regards to that?
Nah, nothing, because I know how much I work professionally with myself, on my body, on my recovery, being as ready as I can be for games. So no, I'm not here to prove anything. I'm just here to do the best for Celtic and see where it goes.
Kieran, how impressed have you been by the talent of your new teammates?
Yeah, it's a very good team, very strong team, a lot of physicality, a lot of pace, a lot of power. So yeah, training's been a high standard already, and the fitness in that is looking good.
I wonder if you could talk us through kind of the initial contact from Celtic when you first knew that they wanted you back, and the process from that to you sitting here today.
It's probably the easiest signing Celtic's had to make and easiest decision I've had to make as well was when I knew I was going to be a free agent in the summer. Things can happen in January, so the talks obviously started then, and once we found out it wouldn't happen in January, it was like it'll be the summer, first thing in the summer.
And how big a role did Brendan Rodgers play in that, both in the communication with you to get you here and your desire to work with him again?
Yeah, he played a huge part, but ultimately as well it's Celtic, so I was always happy with that. But being with the gaffer again and people like John Kennedy, who I've always kept in touch with, is amazing. Like, I've loved playing under the gaffer. Like, played so many games under him, was so successful. I'm so happy. A great manager, and delighted to be back with him as well.
And how big a role did coming home play in this move? How much desire did you have to be back in Glasgow?
It's more to be back at Celtic, because the first year I went away, was a little bit homesick, missed home and stuff like that, but once you get out of that kind of stage, you're fine away from home, you adapt to it all. So the main part of coming back here was Celtic, wasn't to be anywhere home.
And last one from me, there's probably few people better placed than you to know the similarities or differences in standards in the top flight in England and here. How do you see the two leagues?
Completely different, hard to compare, but it's a lot of the same challenges. You're facing a different setup every week, different teams with different strengths, different play styles, so the challenge in football is always the same and it's different every week.
What's your feelings, Kieran, about running out there tomorrow afternoon?
That'll be amazing. It'll be a special day. Probably a little bit of nerves as well, because it's the first time I've done it in so long. But I spent a huge chunk of my life here, a big part of my career, and still lots to go, so I'll be absolutely buzzing for it.
What was it like watching Celtic on telly when you're away? Do you kind of always miss it, even when you're doing that?
Yeah, you always miss it. You do miss it. It's a club, and I think I won't be the only one who says it. When you're away from it, you do miss it. You miss the people in the club, the fans, the atmosphere, and just everything about the club. You do miss it. But now I'm back here and I want to enjoy every single moment again and make the most of it.
Even when you left, the day of the week you left, did you always think you would be back? You wouldn't be there forever?
I think I've always, even when I left, the first thing is, like, I remember my first interview at Arsenal. One of the media guys asked me, do you think you'll go back to Celtic? So it's something that's always kind of been spoke about with me, is when will it happen? And you never know for sure. But when the opportunity came, then it was a no-brainer.
And I know you've only been back a couple of days, but just you always out and about, you sense that reaction from people. Has that been good to Celtic fans that you're meeting and stuff? Has that been good to have any interactions as well?
Yeah, they've been brilliant. Like just leaving the training ground today, there was lots of people there asking for autographs and pictures and welcoming back, and it just makes you feel at home already. Although we've not played back at Celtic Park or the league's not started, you still feel at home already.
What would you say the biggest difference in yourself as a player, as a person, is from the Kieran Tierney that left 6 years ago?
Just experience. I still think I've got the same work rate, determination, which was always my strong point, so I've tried to carry them everywhere I go with me. No matter my age or where I am, what club, what position I play, I just try to give everything, and I've said that for day one, and that's what's kind of got me this far.